Hello everyone, welcome. Today we're going to be adding some content to our HTML template, and if you're to look here, this is the folder where our HTML template is located, and if you're to open it, we have there another folder within that called images, and that is where our we've added some images, and we're going to be using those images in the near future. So let's get started and try to add some content. So like I said last time, you can open it using any text editor of your choice. Preferably for me, that is Visual Studio Code. That works best for me. So I've already opened mine, and this is where it's my stuff is. So if you have to see on the top left corner above, we have the folder called images, like we saw there in our folder, and this is where the content for HTML is. I mean the HTML template is located. So if you have to see here, like I said last time, if you have to run this in your browser, this is what it will display. We don't have any much content, but rather here a header called a header with content of tutorial, and that is this section, this part here. So that is, I want to add some more content to our browser, our website. So first I'll delete this off, then I'll create some sections to be able to identify where I can place my content easily. So let's create some sections, and I'll call this one here, let me give it a name of, let me call it header. Let me call this one here services. You can call them whatever you want. Let me create here another one. Let me call this one here. Give it a name of sorry. Sorry, where's it's disappeared. Give it the name, let's say blog, and another here. Let me call this one, sorry, so let's go here, name. Let me call this one, let's say contact. So we've created our sections here, and in between, let me expand them here. This one, sorry. So I've already expanded them. If you have to see within these spaces here, that is where you will be able to add in your content from. So now coming to my header section, so here I'll add a division where I can add my header, everything that I want to appear first on my home page. Everything that I want to appear there will appear there on top of my home page. It will be placed within the header section. So first I'll create a div where I can place my logo and the navigation bars or the navigation system. So I'll call this, given this one a class of let me start with logo. So to add a logo here, let me add the logo. So to add a logo, I'll have to add an image. The image, I can manipulate it and then use it as my logo. So img to add the image, use the prefix img, and then it will give us here for src, which is the source or the link to your image. So we already have our images here, and here's my logo that I'll be using. I'll copy the path. Let me copy the path of that copy path. So I'll come here and then I paste it there, Control V. So if you have to see here closely, the images folder and the index.html file are on the same level. So if you have to leave this link like this, it will not work. So first I'll come and remove all this part from that side, because the browser the text editor can already see where to locate that, so it will easily identify that from there. So I've already added an image there, so let me save that. Then you see the change we have there on our browser, how it will appear on our browser. So let's refresh here. So here's the image, but I'll manipulate this, then we'll get a logo out of it. So that is the first. Then here we have another alternative, which is asking for alternative. If in case your image does not appear, what do you want to appear there? Let me just say logo. Sorry, logo. So in case the browser fails to load the image, then it will display the word logo. So let's continue. Then here I'll create another div where I'll add my navigation system or nav bars. Okay, so we have nav. Let me call it, give it a class of nav. So with nav, those are the hyperlinks. To add a hyperlink, I'll use the A, then it will ask for a hyper reference or the link to that. So we've not yet created those, so I'll call this one just home. I'll first leave them empty. I'll call this one home. Another one, let me call another one let's see, what do we call this one? We already have, so I'll check using these sections that I have. So I'll call the next one services. Another one, I'll call this one blog. And I'll call this one contacts. So now I've already created my divs, and if I'm to save that, let's see how it will appear on our browser. So refresh. If you have to scroll down, we have them here, the hyperlinks. We have home, we have on the left bottom corner, we have here home, we have services, blog, and contact. So those are the hyperlinks we have. So I'll leave those for now and go add content to another. But first, before leaving there, I'll add here maybe some h1, the header, some small content. I've already let me paste that here, something. Let me say welcome. Should I say welcome to my new site. So let's see how that all appear. So our content is appearing this disorganized because we've not yet added CSS content or designs yet. So we are done with that. Perhaps we can add there, let's say one more image. One more image. Let me see. We are going to get one from here. Let me copy the path of this one here. Copy path, and then add it here. Paste. So like, if you do remember, this part, these beginning words are not required. Control C. Sorry. So Control S. If you have to check again.